Let's go in game for our final series of the Corsair Cup today. To the bottom right hand side in this best of 3, our blue Protoss player from Team Liquid is MaNa. Both MaNa and Bly are playing full time in StarCraft 2 right now. As to the top left, it is Bly, the red Zerg from Team Expert. That tree isn't going to survive the month. We are genuinely going to get a second tree soon. It's sort of like the 6th of December right now. Oh, okay, that's not very far in, is it? Yeah, I kind of keep forgetting, like, I kind of look around the tree, I'm like, whoa, that's a lot of decorations. We're at least, you know, halfway through December, if not more. It's like, actually, Woody, we're like 6 days into December. And then I start getting, like, you know, my anxiety kicks in, like, yeah, 6 days into December, oh god. And I look at the tree, I'm like, oh my god, it's gonna die, it's gonna fall on me, it's gonna kill me. Okay, it's not actually big enough to kill me. Well, even if it fell on me, I don't think I'd notice, but I'd probably notice, but it wouldn't hurt. Unless I get spiked by the star. Maybe that's the danger. Maybe that's the danger as we go into this rematch from the series we casted just before Snoot versus MaNa. The rematch here of MaNa versus Bly. So, there were some pretty cool games between MaNa versus Bly before, and hopefully more pretty cool games coming up right now. Is the hope. Is the goal. Let's see a probe coming over to the left-hand side. A drone coming over to nibble and prod at this first worker here of MaNa. And this Overlord of Bly just coming along down towards the lower right-hand side. Looking to see what else is happening. This probe is still being nibbled. Nibble. Link speed on the way up. We're going to see a few extra Zerglings coming down as well. And we are going to be seeing the, again, the probe just, it's on the natural. A couple more Lings of Bly coming out. And, well, again, very early game. There's nothing super crazy, super ridiculous just yet. Hey, I hope this game doesn't go too long. Otherwise, I might not have time to order my pizza. I got free pizza today, guys, because of my phone. Like, can't have this game going too long because of that. Come on, somebody. Win 2-0. I'm joking. It'll be interesting to see who takes this, because I feel like MaNa and Bly are two players who are pretty evenly matched, and I think we saw it in the previous series as well. Like, you know, they had some very close games, and it was fun to watch. It was fun to watch. A couple of Lings of Bly gonna hop up in towards the main base here as this probe continues to be chased away for now. So probe being chased, and actually will end up going down here. A couple of workers lost so far. MaNa pulling off the line to actually keep on fighting these. Oh my god. Okay, he'll be okay. He'll be fine. Goes back into this. There's actually the Adept across the map. Picks off 2 drones so far. And there's only going to be more. There's 3. He could get a 4th one. There's Adept. Turn around. Get it. Go. Oh, no. He didn't fire in time. Oh, well. 3 for 3, actually. Across the map, these Lings are still doing damage, apparently. As the Stargate is going to be going in towards a Phoenix to begin with. And, well, we'll see if the Oracle follow-up does come in as well. So, Phoenix before Oracle. An interesting way to go about things here. As we get set up, we're going to see this Overlord continuing to take some hits right now. Forge coming down in the main base, the Twilight Council coming up as well. And there is that Phoenix again, picking this Overlord off here down to the south side. Phoenix still moving around to see just what else is happening. So Overlord going to take a few hits as well at the moment, so again, some damage being done in these early stages, and just going to be seeing the Twilight, the Robo, continuing to come up at the moment. Again, MaNa just poking his way through this Overlord now, and we'll just be picking that off. A supply block for Bly. This creep continues to push out through the center of the map, down the left-hand side as well. This couple of Queens are just continuing to build up in numbers too. Temple Archives, 3 extra gates. Let's just set 4 gates for now, right? Yeah, okay, so just going to start getting a little bit aggressive with kind of the Archon charge drops. We've seen that before today, and we are at the same time going to just be seeing the melee upgrade from Bly, the ability to go in towards just something that will help him continuing through this, as this Phoenix, the left-hand side, still scouting. And so intrigued, it was just 1 Phoenix out of the Stargate. You know, we never saw an Oracle, we never saw extra Phoenix. Just 1 Phoenix as his choice here in these early stages. Let's go, MaNa, says Andy Man. For a moment I thought that says banana. I was like, banana? Why are you cheating on a banana? That could be a good meme. someone draws a MaNa as a banana, he's a MaNa. Could be cool. Anyways, Phoenix firing away at that Overlord. As we do see the first couple Archons will morph. Again, the Zealot charge is about ready. 4 more gates. No third Nexus. This is just all in here. Is there a second Prism? There is about to be. So it's going to be aggression from 2 sides from MaNa to set up in this game. There's the Roaches starting up from Bly here. Bly was 1-0 down in the first series and then tied it up before losing the series 2-1. He did make short work of Hellraiser as well. Didn't waste much time at all on that. So your Archon sat to the left, Zealots warping in. I mean, the dangerous part about these Zealot Archon attacks is that you can just start to really drag the Zerg out of position with attacks up the left and then attacks up the top side too. Prism all the way in towards the main as the Zealots and Archons on the left side will not do anything just yet, but that's where it becomes powerful. There's a drop in the main base at the same time. And the Zealots here will protect these couple of Archons from the Lings running in already. We're just going to be seeing those Archons just need an extra second to finish, and there it is. Now Lings are going to start dropping very quickly as they clump up to counter these Archons. Wow, what a position that is. I mean, MaNa doesn't care about running back over here. If he can kill every single Zergling, 23 kills already on these Archons here. And now MaNa is pushing forwards up the left-hand side once again. I mean, this is the thing. If there's nothing to respond to these Archons in the main, then you just start sending more, warping in more units over here. Although the Queens are going to get that Warp Prism. That's a huge play. And at the same time, now these Archons are going to jump up to the high ground on the 4th base. As we're just going to be seeing MaNa moving around still with this 2 Archons, but this really wasn't the damage he was hoping for. Without a 3rd Nexus already, he really has been heavily committed to doing damage here, and he just hasn't found it quite yet. Bly has some minerals, some gas in the bank. This Prism from our Protoss player coming up the top side as well, still seeing what else is happening. There's 2 Archons coming over to the left, going to try and drop down and do a little bit more. Queen's going to be taking some damage, and oh, that Queen is actually taking a lot of damage. 2 Archons jumping up into the Prism now. Jump back up in there. Get in your Prism. Get to safety. A couple of Depths, Immortals, Sentries, Stalkers, all gathering together over to the right-hand side as well. Still a MaNa here, just setting up in a way to try and just defend and to catch up a little bit, I guess. I mean, his army composition he'll get into is strong. It's just Bly should have so much so soon, and he's going to attack well before MaNa really... Oh, you know, I mean, I look at this as well, like, Immortals are kind of... You know, he's got 3 Immortals, 3 Archons. Look at the income. I guess MaNa wasn't behind in income for a long time, so Bly isn't really on kind of a huge income boost until just recently. So maybe this first attack isn't also bad, as we're going to see Bly not paying attention, loses a couple of Lings. I mean, the Archon's getting 2 rounds of shots off there. And those Archons still have done a lot of damage throughout the game. The ones that did the most damage in the main base, I feel, though, did go down. We don't get to see their kill counts any longer. 67 drones from Bly now, and again, that extra eco that he has over MaNa's 48 probes. It's one of the big things in the game at the moment to help out. Ling's pulling back up the right once again, and so this is going to be seen. Actually, MaNa going into a very aggressive push forwards. Now, the Lurker Den from Bly is only halfway done, so it's not going to be able to join in right away, and well, is he going to be in a little bit of trouble here momentarily? Well, yeah, it's powerful for MaNa for the Immortals and the Archons. He actually has a decent number of them, more than I thought he would have for a fight like this. Takes out the 4th base, comes down low ground to get the new 4th base. Ravager's going into position to fight this, though. Force fields come down. Is Bly really going to run up a ramp and try and fight this? He is. He's going up here. Well, here we go. Some more Corsair battles are dropping. And Immortal gets microed away as we're going to see Immortals continue to come back. I mean, these Archons are starting to do a heck of a lot. The fact that these Immortals are still alive is crazy important, as we're going to be seeing the Prism gets himself a moment to warp in some Stalkers. The battles miss, and the Stalkers blink on top. MaNa is starting to clean up all of this, and the problem for Bly is his supply is sort of still there. But so much of it is in drones, and so much of it is in units that are being built because he can rebuild them quick and easy. Lings and Roaches, now some extra Hydras, but I'm not sure if he's going to get a chance to really gather these units up together as he really needs to really stay alive. Another 8 Zealots coming in. The Immortals are still in the background. 6 kills, 2 kills, 6 on another, 3 on the final one. The Archons have 40 kills between them as well. And it looks as though we might just be seeing MaNa with enough here. I mean, he'll get the third hatch too, and that's huge, of course. Stalker's leading the charge. He's going to come back down to this low ground where this hatchery was built before. And it looks as though Bly does not have what he needs to hold on to this here. Drones transfer to this base. Zaltz will back away. MaNa is playing it slow and patient, avoiding larger fights until he knows he's got enough. I love this. Drones on the low ground are just going to get picked away at here as MaNa will take the high ground, which continues to apply pressure. For now, Bly doesn't care because he's oversaturated on this base anyways. He has nowhere else to send these workers. Lurkers are starting to come up, and MaNa does perhaps need a response to this, but there's currently only 2 of them, and they're currently in a position where, well, it doesn't really matter. There's the first lurker burrowing. MaNa needs an observer. He is building it. It is on the way over very soon. He doesn't have it just yet, and that is maybe why he has to just be a little bit more cautious here for a few more seconds. Did he just kill a lurker as well, actually? One lurker did go down. The other's still alive. So just one lurker. I mean, that's not really enough. The problem is lurkers take 20 seconds to morph in. Obviously, MaNa on the forefront of this fight. He's not going to give Bly 20 seconds where he can just morph in a ton of lurkers. Of course he isn't. Well, we're going to be seeing these Stalkers and Mortal Zarkons continue to push on in. We're going to be seeing a Corrosive Bal coming down once more. It looks as though this is probably going to be it. The tech numbers here just a little bit too high from MaNa's point of view. And he does have observers now to deal with those lurkers. GG from Bly. MaNa takes game number 1 of this best of 3. Looking good. Top left-hand side, our Blue Protoss player from Team Liquid is MaNa. And to the upper right-hand side, our Red Zerg is Bly from Team Expert. How are you all doing? What's going on? How are we feeling? Some flood in the last few days. Hope it gets better, random name. Flooding ain't no fun as... Oh, MaNa, please just build a pylon here. And stop the drones from transferring to their gold. It'd be such a good meme. I mean, it's something you could definitely do if he sees the drones transfer and he's keeping the probe down there. Does he actually see the gold? I mean, he has to kind of assume it, right? Hatch gas pulled, but he didn't see the hatch yet. There you go, some drones going to pull, and MaNa, if he gets the mineral, should just block this with a pylon. Like, it is just a way to stop these drones from going down there. So Bly just can't really do much about that for a moment or two until he gets lings up, and it just really delays the amount of time until he gets to use the natural gold. MaNa going to build the gold as well in this map. It's kind of weird. Like, it's actually easier to hold the gold than it is to hold this kind of open natural. And it keeps you in the main base as well on a map which is a little bit of a shorter rush distance, so works out kind of nice as I'm just going to be seeing these few lings coming out, and they're going to be poking on forwards to see what they can get up to in the next few moments. But obviously the issue is they kind of have to peel away and deal with that pylon, because right now Bly doesn't have ability to send his drones to the natural gold that he wants to, which is a little bit of a shame, of course. And again, the pylon will eventually go down. Just a nice play by MaNa to keep Bly away from where he wanted to be for that little while longer. This probe seems to be forgotten about, and it will go down. Nice pick off here by our Zerg player just to keep chasing that. And eventually the drones will be able to make their way down to the bottom right hand side of the map. They've made it. Ooh. A drop a load from Bly as he's going to actually get some lings through in towards MaNa's gold base. Now MaNa has absolutely nothing down here, not even a shield battery to help defend. With a shield battery, these probes could actually just fight against the lings on their own. Oh, MaNa's actually going to start a wall off. If he completes this wall, well, actually, that's huge, of course, because then he will have time to get something down here to defend. He's really not far away from having the completion, and there it is. It's going to be a double gate and a forge, and so it's fully walled. This ling drop is not going to be able to do much at all here. It's going to be kind of nice as Bly obviously can nibble away at these structures and pick away at them and all the rest of it, but it just gives MaNa that meaning. It just means that MaNa won't lose probes here, where he might have been expecting to. There's a depth will probably commit to the shade. I feel as though he could have done. Go into the mineral line and do some damage. He doesn't see any lings or anything, but again, you don't know where they might just be. As we'll see the lings going to start onto this gateway. Again, though, time for units to get down to the south side, and well, I guess he'll add on a cannon as well because he has a forge, right? He'll replace the gateway already. I mean, it's some damage done for lings, which are not really going to do anything else anyways. That's still kind of nice. He tries to get into warp game mode just to maybe do one little thing with it. And there's the Stalker to help push this back. Adept will warp in. Good defense. I mean, solid defense. Nothing's actually going to be lost here. And now for Shield Battery and one Adept, a cannon, or even just a Shield Battery and a cannon, he's going to have plenty to keep on defending. Apparently the Twilight Council went down, so it was a lot of gates early, but now into the glaives. So going to be a lot of potential Adepts to move across the map. Could have just picked up the Lings and dropped them over the wall. Well, not really, just because this Overlord is so far away and it's kind of slow. And Bly obviously initially didn't know about the wall off, so I think it would have taken too long. Like maybe by the time the units of the Pros got there, the other things. By the time the units got there, the Lings would have just got there as well. So let's see a few Lings around the top side for Bly. That Robo Facility coming up here as well, about 70-75%ish of the way done. Third Nexus from MaNa as he gets set up. Third Hatchery from Bly about to finish. And his lair starting up too. Really nothing too crazy from Bly if we look at things. Starts a Road Thrower and now he has that Evo Chamber for the drop load earlier, but hasn't put it to use on an upgrade yet. It just leaves us in a position where we wait to see what the next little movements are going to be. Stalker helps to pick off the Zergling. Again, this Glaive's on the way up with +1 too. I mean, this could turn into quite a fight here, quite a push from MaNa. 4 gates already, 2 more being added. I mean, it looks aggressive, right? Prism on the way, lots of sentries. Adepts to join the army. Now, Bly can make a lot of roaches. Look at the money in his bank. He's got so many minerals and so much gas, and there's no way he's not about to spend a bunch of this on roaches here. The thing is, for MaNa, I mean, even if he doesn't, even if he pushes here, it's not necessarily all in. It's just heavy pressure, and he can definitely fall back into something else beyond this, as he just kill those units before they get up there. No need to fill this gap in the wall. And here we go, the Warp Prism going to start bringing these units over, or going to start coming over with these units, obviously with the ability to warp in on that. It means that you can just reinforce at the front as you go, and that becomes very powerful as well. It's Prism through the south side. A few more Adepts just warping in here, and we are going to be seeing, well, Lone Overlord already kind of out on its own, and MaNa's just going to come in for cancel on the 4th hatch, it seems, initially. Lots of force fields available here, but Ravagers to kind of get rid of those force fields, perhaps. First force fields coming down, nothing killed so far, really. MaNa with a little bit of damage on everything. Spinecrawler, the hatch. Adepts threatening to shade on by. Nice force fields again. There's the bars to start shutting this down a little bit more. We're all going to see a Sentry with a lot of energy actually going down too. Another set of force fields, but now Sentries don't have much energy remaining. The Spinecrawler does end up dropping. MaNa is going to lose the Warp Prism, and that is perhaps one of the biggest issues here. Losing the Warp Prism means he cannot warp in. He doesn't kill this hatch. He will shade the Adepts through to try and do some damage, but it's only 2 of them. And as roaches pop, Bly will start to clean this up rather easily indeed anyways. Stalkers and a couple of sentries from MaNa going to come through the south side and pull back over to the left, but it looks as though Bly has enough maybe just to push across and to end this now. So here we go. Bly coming over to this side of the map. Wants to try and close out this game on number 2. Tie things up and go 1-1 once again. Same as what happened in the last series. MaNa took game 1, Bly took game 2. I'm just going to see these roaches. Moving forwards, a couple of sentries dropping force fields again. Bly just morphs in another Ravager. That'll actually get cancelled here. Hydra Den coming down. Bly can throw the Lurker Den behind this. +2 and Blink on the way. I mean, it wouldn't be the first time we've seen an aggressive attack from MaNa follow up into something which actually ended up doing quite a bit of damage. Meanwhile, roaches are in this base down the bottom side. MaNa's killing some drones, but, well, Bly is killing some probes. Both players taking some damage at the moment as we're going to be seeing those Stalkers coming back in. Continue to work their way through this. Adepts in the main still looking for more worker kills. It's a pretty even affair, 7-7, but Bly will find a few more. That'll be it. 8-8? No way. 8-8. Wow. 9-8 now. MaNa's still dealing damage. Just 2 Adepts will drop back to the low ground. The entire army of Bly is chasing these 2 Adepts, and they're getting so much more damage done than they ever really should. 13 kills from what again really was just a couple of Adepts here. There's maybe 3 initially. Before Prism goes down. Well, it was still good damage at least. Stalkers with Blink really want to snipe this base, I think. It's super low. It's super easy to kill. He's not going to get the chance to. Ling holds the watchtower here, so does see The Stalker's coming in. MaNa realizes that he can't just wander the Stalkers in to try and kill it. No way, Bly does not come down into position in time to push those Stalkers back and probably kill them as well as he could chase them down. Well, there's that Lurker Den coming in beyond the muscular augment, so the next sort of stage of play here from Bly is being established as MaNa throwing down a couple more mortals. He's getting a Robo Bay up, plus free attack as well. He does have +2, that'll be one of the powerful things about his army. Going up against this engagement here, or this next army of Bly in a moment or so. Another War Prism on the way from MaNa, who, with Stalkers coming forwards, was actually going to find himself a Hydra and a Roach and then blink away. Those Stalkers are pretty powerful nowadays in terms of single-shotting units. Oh, just has to be careful of those Biles. It's something that MaNa hasn't been perfect with throughout this series so far. His Biles have been a little bit off, or his dodging of Biles has been a little bit off here and there. He definitely could just be that little bit better. In scenarios like this one, sometimes you do just need the best Biles possible. And right now, well, MaNa is starting to dodge, he is starting to juke and dive, and he is going to kill most of those Ravagers that came across. Now he'll chase with a blink. He's going to get another Ravager kill. MaNa came out of that ahead in supply. Bly rebuilds with 15 Hydras. Now Disruptors on the way out. MaNa's still kind of surviving and holding on. +3 is about halfway done. He has 19 Hydralisks on the way up. Continue to get set up into the next stage. A few more join up on the south side. A 4th Nexus will drop in. A couple of pylons building as well now from MaNa. And again, this army of MaNa to the south. And keep on pushing through and seeing what we can get up to. A couple of Disruptors do get lifted up here. As again, the Immortals and the Sentry gathering up to do a little bit more. MaNa's going to have a scary army now, especially with these couple of Disruptors mixed in. They'll be able to do a lot potentially. It's just the Lurkers he has to be very cautious of here, and having seen Hydras, I think you have to in your mind be like, okay, there is potential for some just, for something like Lurkers now, especially with how popular they've been in the recent meta. MaNa is fighting with kind of half of his army there. Sentries need some force fields potentially. First Disruptor doesn't do too much, actually mostly goes off on Lings. Still not bad though, because Bly is the one who's backing away here, and 2 more Disruptors about to finish +3 as well. If there's a time to attack, it is soon, because Bly is going into Hive Tech. His game's only going to get stronger from here on out, and MaNa is not set up to really go up against Broodlords, etc. this time around. No switching into Stargates or anything just yet, for example. One more Lings through this top side, and there's going to be more units warping in to help defend against. There's some Adepts on this Watchtower. They're going to be alright. The Disruptors are going to make their way over here, and they are going to be able to join the main army. As Stalkers actually finding themselves a Lurker or two. I mean, that's really awesome to begin with here. Disruptors actually blown up more Stalkers than anything else because of the Zerglings. Now the Disruptors will blow up Stalkers again. The Zerglings are really good. Like, if the Lings are close enough, the Disruptor blows up, it will kill Stalkers if the Lings are in range of the Stalker. And that is the one kind of messy thing about this so far, is going to see Lurkers burrowing all over the shop, and that's MaNa's issue. He does not have a way to really push through those Lurkers confidently at the moment. He doesn't have charge, right? And Blink Stalkers are not really the best at all against Lurkers in the longer term. Some more Lings coming in over here. Shield Battery trying to help protect these probes. Stalkers should just be blinking on top of this to clean it out, but MaNa obviously macroing elsewhere at the time. Not paying full attention. A few Lings up here as well. Out of range of the shield batteries, and again, it's just going to have to be a couple of Adepts with Shade on in to save the day, but 6 workers killed. I mean, it's a lot of damage dealt here by just a handful of Zerglings. It's damage which slows MaNa down, it distracts him, and it buys Bly time. 9 Corruptors on the way up. Greater Spire will finish soon. And a few more units down to this south side. You're going to see a couple Disruptor shots coming in now. That's better connections. And that's a bit of a better way to kickstart this. Oh, just needs to be careful of those Biles. I'm a little bit worried about MaNa and his Biles sometimes. Well, we're going to see a Lurker going down before anything really begins here this time. Again, we could be seeing Disruptor shots used as a way to really fight those Lurkers. I don't like using all the Disruptor shots at once, so he's going to blink forwards again, but he won't even get a kill here. Lurker's a little bit out of position. Greater Spire is finished, and so we will see Broodlords in a moment. As another Disruptor shot goes off on a Ravager, some Lings as well. A few more towards the... Oh my god, the Lurker's taking masses of damage here. All of a sudden, the Lurker count is disappearing. MaNa is up, maxed out. He's blinking forwards to try and find the next Lurker, but there isn't one, but there is 9 Broodlords on the way. Well, MaNa has a lot of Stalkers, so he's going to start pushing into this. Disruptor shots again, cleaning out a lot of units initially, and if there's nothing to support those Broodlords, MaNa will just come in and start picking them off one shot at a time. 2 Broodlords cancelled, the third one goes down. As it finishes morphing, they haven't even really been able to drop Broodlings yet. MaNa needs to keep on target fighting with those stalkers. He's losing a few, but he is reinforced. And oh my god, the drone massacre by the disruptors. Now, my friends, it's probably going to be GG. MaNa will make it 2 Liquid players out of this group, joining New Thermal out of Group C earlier today for 3 Liquid players in the Corsair Cup year-end finals round of 8 playoffs.